Hey, it's well this guy says who says things. Wonder if they're ever gonna make a song about me. I guess if I were to name that song, it probably wouldn't be You Say. But if you ask Tyler the Creator, Goldlink, and Jay Prince, they would call it You Say. And it would be coming off of Goldlink's apparently new project incoming soon. I want to say the 12th of June is when that project will drop. It's called Diaspora, and this song in particular from Goldlink's future project has Tyler Creator and Jay Prince, and they kind of just narrate and talk about this typical scenario of falling for a girl and sort of getting a relationship but not really being fully committed to it, and the idea of statements never fully having that gravitas or never having the full intention be completely explained. Like, if I say one thing, I actually mean this, this, and this, but when you hear it, you're gonna think that I mean this, this, and this, and unless I explain and lay it out completely, or we have a really strong relationship, a really keen understanding of each other, then it's gonna sort of turn into this topsy-turvy relationship, and that's sort of seemingly where it goes. Goldlink pretty much kind of does his thing where it feels like the thing that he orbits around, the subject matter that he loves to orbit around is women. And you know, women are awesome, they're gorgeous, they're beautiful, and they're strong and badass. So it's nothing wrong with that. It just feels like, for me, sometimes I just wish he would like stretch out his topics or just bring like some kind of subtlety to it. But that's sort of how he is though, and there's nothing wrong with him doing that, and I don't think he should change just because one guy sitting in a chair on the internet it's like, hey, it'd be cool if you talked about more things. And from what I have been told, he actually has talked about more things, so that's on me to go look and listen. And the sounds on this song, they have this very laid back vibe to it. There's these nice little drums, and there's this kind of very soft little guitar that sneaks in every now and again. There's this kind of cool little vocal sample, whoa, whoa, that rests in the background. It sort of feels like the instrumentation is sort of this background to the, you know, lyrics, and obviously good mixing would make it so like these things don't collide. But pretty much it just sort of feels like the track itself has this sort of just, it feels like the instrumentation is not necessarily hugely lively. It's very laid back, very chill. It doesn't really ever intensify, and on my initial listen I kind of thought that it was going to, and then I hear Tyler and I'm like, okay, there's no way there's not going to be a synth in here somewhere. There was nothing too striking about this song beyond the name value. You see Tyler Creator, you're like, holy crap, that's Tyler freaking Creator with Goldlink. It's sort of a collaboration that I never expected, but it's cool. And though there isn't anything too exciting that comes out of it, and I'm not saying this to like disparage Jay Prince. I personally do not know Jay Prince, so I gotta go listen to that. There wasn't really anything here done that really made it feel like it was a particularly revisitable track beyond the very kind of nice and laid back vibe of it and how chill it felt. So it can be really listened to, but it doesn't feel as exciting as like Zulu Screams, and there's nothing wrong with it not being as exciting. I just feel like for this track it was cool. Maybe the outro was a bit long because like they kind of stopped saying things around 2-minute 15-second mark, and then for the rest of the track we're just kind of listening to it escalate, or at least it feels like it's escalating, and then it just kind of goes out. I'm like, okay, if I'm thinking about how albums are composed, most likely this track is going to be a transition point. But it ends so abruptly, I'm not sure. But I feel like if Diaspora is an album or an EP, it's got to be a collective project the way it kind of talks about how it's coming out. It feels as though You Say is going to be either in the middle somewhere as like a filler song of sorts, or it's going to exist sort of just as this nice little song that transitioned to a point. But if it's a filler song, that's kind of what it sounds like. There's nothing really too crazy to pull out from here. Goldlink talks about having sex with a chick. Tyler kind of talks about being at a function with a chick that he's kind of cool with, but he doesn't really like her. There's no real commitment here beyond the physical desire. And yeah, that's the song. It's a chill song, so it's not too harsh on the ears, but it's not something particularly enthralling either. Beyond the really cool sounds, like I said, The vocal samples, the laid back beat, the instrumentation is nice, and it'll be cool to see what Diaspora is bringing. I'm guessing Zulu Screams is a part of it. Sort of might have that vibe of getting removed from your home, because that's the definition of diaspora. It's being forcibly removed from your homeland and placed in a completely different situation. Maybe these sounds are Goldlink trying to reach back into that, trying to reach back to that ancestry that is just not necessarily readily available.
Shout out, like, one of the worst things in history, the Atlantic slave trade.
So yeah, overall, it's alright song. Nothing too crazy to write home about. Nice to see Tyler Creator featured on a Goldlink song. That was random. I'm not sure what Jay Prince's contribution was. I think he was the chorus. So yeah. Simon says, I says, well, this guy says, you say. Goldlink, Tyler Creator, and Jay Prince. Well, this guy says, I talk a lot. That's pretty much my entire channel. Just this. So if I can impart one thing onto you, always keep a bottle of water on hand. You don't want to get dehydrated. This video is brought to you by Destroying Dehydration, one drink at a time.